Hello, good evening everyone. Can all of you hear me? Satish, Sabit, Sonobar, Asya, Asfar, Sunil. Can all of you hear me clearly? Okay, great. So, welcome to IMTS and thank you for attending my class today. I hope my voice is coming clear to all of you. It's audible clearly. Okay, great. So, does anyone have any questions for me of the for the topics we have covered in our previous classes? Any questions so far? Anyone has? You can reply to me in the chat box. Yes, no. Okay, no. Okay, fine. Where are other students? Is there any class? Oh, no. Hmm. So let's start with today's class. The topic that we will be discussing today is about international marketing, right? And how it is different from domestic marketing, right? What all factors affects international marketing? Yes, as far I'm starting the class, right? We will see all those things and the stages which comes in international marketing, right? Before starting with this topic, can you tell me or can you predict what is the need for international marketing? Why do we need an international market when we already have our own domestic market? Let's see how many of you guess it. In each country there is a good market. Why do we need international market then? What is the need for it? What we call it as globalization. What is globalization? What is globalization? No one knows. Dijesh, good evening. How are you? Welcome to the class. Today we are discussing about international marketing. See, these days all of you see one common scenario. That scenario is that many companies, which whom we call it as multinational companies, MNCs, they are operating across the globe, right? Across if you see companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, right, and so many other. They have their offices in US, UK, Australia, Dubai, right, in every part of the world. Similarly, other companies are also have their offices in India, right? Like Accenture. Accenture is not an Indian-based company, right? It is I think a French or a Netherlands-based company, right? But it has their offices in India, right? Now the question comes in mind: why are they interested in setting up their offices in India? What benefit are they getting? Anyone? This is what globalization is: doing business beyond the boundaries. Tax education, tax reduction, not really. There is some specific reason. Uh, See, the first reason is they are getting a cheaper manpower, right? Indians are highly educated and can work at a very cheap price, right? So since there is a shortage of skilled manpower in their own country, right? So the companies started to look beyond the boundaries into other countries for hiring manpower, right? So the main reason is they get a highly skilled people, uh, and they get it at a very cheaper price, right? They have to pay less salary as compared to a skilled manpower in their own country. Another reason is expanding their business, right? If companies start to operate in various countries, then what will happen? Then their business will expand. Similarly, their revenue will expand, right? And the company can earn more. This is another reason, right? Third reason, uh, the countries where these MNCs are coming and working, those countries are getting the benefit of jobs, right? Their own peoples are getting a job in getting a job, right? Because if you see the demography of India, right, there are hardly government jobs left, right? If you compare our fathers or our forefathers, all of whom are working in a government organization, but if you see the current generation, 90% of them are working in a private company, right? And their fathers are working in a government organization. Am I right or wrong? Have all of you have, I hope, have noticed this thing, right? It means that government jobs are very constrained. There is very limited seats available, right? So to increase the job productivity in our own country, right? The government have given the access to companies of different countries to come and set up their own offices or plants, right? In its own country life, right? So that the youth of that country can easily get a job. So it is a win-win situation for both the parties, both for the company because they are getting a cheaper manpower, right? And they are getting a larger customer base, as well as for the home country whose youth are getting a job jobs, as well as the governments are also earning through taxes, right? So it is a win-win situation uh, for for both of them, or for the growing countries. Like in India, if we have seen the newly elected president, Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, he is making all his efforts to bring the outside companies to India, right? And he is requesting them to come and make in India. The vision that he is giving to everyone, come and make in India, right? Because he knows that once the companies will come and make in India, it will indirectly give the jobs to the youth of our own country, right? That's why he is emphasizing more on come and make in India, like that, right? Similarly, governments of many countries run similar programs for motivating industries across the globe to come and start up their operation in their own country. Like if you have noticed, when President Obama came to India this time or last time, right, his main emphasis was on jobs, right? Because there was a shortage of jobs in America, so he visited over here and have requested all the business tycoons to come and start their business in US, so that the US youths can get a job. This is how the world scenario these days is. Unlike our fathers or forefathers age who were doing business or who were into government jobs. Take my example. My father was working in a government organization. My grandfather was also working in a government organization. But if I look at the scenario from my generation, like my cousins, my brother, everyone is into private sector job because there is very limited seats available to get into a government job, and the competition is also very high, right? So that is so once the companies set up their operation into a different country, then the obstacles of culture, language, political scenarios, all those things comes into play, right? And marketing is also a part of that of that scene. All right, where the companies have to push hard to market their product into a different kind of audience, where they have a different culture, right? Different way of living, right? So we will see how they do all these stuff. Clear, everyone? Any doubts so far? Anyone has? Okay, let's proceed. So can all of you see the PPT on the whiteboard with the heading Introduction to International Marketing? Okay, let's proceed. So the agenda of today's class is to learn the international marketing concept, then see a brief introduction of international marketing environment, then see the major obstacles or hurdles in international marketing, and then the stages of international marketing involvement. We will cover these 4 points. Now, what is international marketing? It refers to the marketing carried out by companies overseas. Overseas means in a different country or across national border lines. The performance of the business activities that direct the flow of a company's goods and services to a consumer or users in more than one nation for a profit, right? Now, okay, Sabit has joined. Sabit, very good evening. How are you? Can you hear me clearly? Okay, great. So, welcome to IMTS, Sabit, and I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I'm doing absolutely good. Right. So the topic that we are discussing today is about international marketing. We have just started. Right. So if you have any questions, you can ask. You can always ask me in the chat box. Okay. 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 So I was here. Second point: the performance of the business activities that direct the flow of a company's goods and services to consumers or users in more than one nation for a profit. I already explained you why do companies set up their offices in a different country or run their operations in a different country. So they have explained the same thing. One reason they have given is for a profit. Other reasons I already explained you. Now we have American Marketing Association. Similarly, we have Indian Marketing Association, UAE Marketing Association, right, for each company, for each country. The multinational process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion and distribution of ideas, goods and services to create exchanges that satisfy individuals and organizational objectives. Right? So these are the functions which they usually do, these marketing associations of various countries. Now, what is international marketing? In simple words, international marketing is the application of marketing principles to across national boundaries. Across national boundaries means into a different culture, into a different country, applying the same marketing principles that the companies were applying in the same country by making small changes into a different country. However, there is a crossover between what is commonly expressed as international marketing and global marketing, which is a similar term. Okay, let's see. Now let's see what global marketing is and what international marketing is. What is global marketing? It refers to marketing activities integrated across multiple country markets, right? So in global marketing, we do marketing activities across various country markets like India, UAE, Dubai, US, UK, like that. Now let's see the difference between international marketing and domestic marketing. Can all of you predict what is the difference between international marketing and domestic marketing? If anyone has any knowledge, what is the main difference between international marketing and global marketing? Or is it same? No one knows what is the main difference. See, global marketing and international marketing are not the same thing, right? Even though many marketers treat them the same way, right? As I witness every day. International marketing means that marketing decisions are made in the individual countries, right? It is not, those decisions are not applicable to all the countries, right? With the staff who is most knowledgeable about the target market. Whereas global marketing views the whole world as one and creates a product that will only require weeks to fit into any regional place, right? Where the strategy will be same for all the countries, right? And all the decisions will be applicable to all the market, right? Which one is better, global marketing or international marketing? Both are better. See this, I written in the chat box. Global marketing and international marketing are not the same thing, even though many marketers treat them the same way, as I witness every day. International marketing means that marketing decisions are made in the individual countries based on the scenarios or atmosphere or right of that individual country, because each country has their own problems, own advantages, right? So we cannot treat every country equal as a company, right? So in international marketing, they treat every country as a different market, right? And they hire the expert peoples of those countries differently. But in global marketing, every country is treated in the same manner as the same market. Clear, everyone? Okay. The main difference between them is that the marketing activities takes place in more than one country, more complicated, at least two levels of uncontrollable uncertainty instead of one. Uncertainty is created by the uncontrollable elements of all business environments, but each foreign country in which a company operates adds its unique set of uncontrollable things: competition, legal constraints, government controls, weather, fickle consumers, and any number of other sabit examples of individual countries. You can take US, UK, India, UAE, right? Now, I will give you one very beautiful example. Now, suppose I have a company which makes clothes, right? Suppose I do business in India, I do business in UAE, right? My company does business in UK and USA and Australia. Now, in India, since the culture is different, right? So my company will make more of sarees, salwars, dupattas, those kind of clothes, right? Because the major part of the uh, target consumers like these kind of clothes. But but suppose if I try to sell these same outfits or kurtas, yes, same outfits in US, will there be enough customers? The answer is no, because the US has a different Western culture. Over there, they like to wear short clothes, right? They like to wear more jeans, right, or minis, or blah blah blah, different kinds of clothes. So my company will make. Indians are everywhere, but there is only a small portion of small percentage of Indians who will like those Indian clothes, right? But if you see the overall market, overall US or UK or US or Australian market, the major part of the customers will be the peoples of that home country, right? Who will hardly buy these sarees and dupattas and kurtas, right? So the company has to make clothes of the taste of that own country. Getting my point, everyone? Right. So the marketing strategy changes in US, changes in UK, changes in India, and similarly for UAE. Right. Similarly, if there is any company who make food products, right? The peoples in India like different kinds of food, peoples in UAE like different kinds of food, peoples in USA like different kinds of food. I'm speaking about the masses, right? So the company have to segregate among the market for each country. Only then they will be able to get the maximum profit out of it, right? So that is where international marketing takes place, and the company have their own skilled marketers, right? Many companies hire the marketing guys from their own home country, because they have a better knowledge of the market, the taste, the culture of their home country, right? So that is the major difference. Here, everyone, any doubts? Anyone has? Satish, are you following? Dijesh? Ajit, are you following? Seher? If we talk about global, KFC, Pepsi can be examples. Yes. Fickle consumers. One second. See, Prabha, fickle means changing frequently, right? Who makes lot of changes continuously. Those are called fickle consumers. They are not, their mind is not stable. So those types of consumers are called fickle consumers. Clear, Prabha? How many of you are fickle consumers, customers? Are you the one, Prabha? Fickle? Let's see how many of you are fickle consumers. No one. Okay. Good. Okay, Sabit is also fickle. Okay. Fickle means Wilfred who changes their mind continuously about shopping or buying like that. Getting my point? Okay, let's proceed. Marketers cannot control or influence these uncontrollable elements, but instead must adjust or adapt to them in a manner consistent with the successful outcomes. Right. So the scenarios which I have discussed with you, the marketers cannot control those scenarios. The best thing is to change ourselves, right? To set up the business in such a manner that everyone is happy. So that is what these companies do or marketers do. International marketing versus domestic marketing. Domestic marketing means the marketing which is done in the same country, right? Now, what all difference comes in international marketing and domestic marketing? Let's see. See, the objective is same. The objective of domestic marketers and international marketers are same. That is to grab more and more customers, right, and to maximize the profit, right. Marketing objectives are achieved in a way of molding the controllable elements of marketing decisions like the 4 P's: product, pricing, promotion and people, and distribution within the framework of the uncontrollable elements of marketplace, that is competition, politics, laws, consumer behaviors, level of technology and distribution, right. These scenarios will come into play in international marketing as well. Politics will be everywhere, competition will be everywhere, laws will be everywhere, consumer behavior will be in everywhere, in both in domestic market as well as in international market, and level of technology and distribution will also be in every market. Let's try to understand domestic market and international market with the help of a Venn diagram. Can you see? Can all of you see this Venn diagram? What can you understood? Let's see. What can you make out of this diagram? How will you read this diagram? What all things you are able to summarize it from this graph or this diagram? Let's attempt. What all things you think that this diagram is trying to express or convey? What messages? No one wants to try attempt. Prabha, what about you? It's a bit complicated and uncertainty international market. Okay, Wilfred says I can't. Okay. Both the cases, some components are controllable and some others are not controllable. Yes, very good, Nixon. Okay, let's see. See, if you are familiar with Venn diagrams, right, or have studied sets, which I taught you in the beginning of my classes, right, the outside circle has all the inside factors as well, right. These factors are with this outside circle as well, right, but this inside circle does not have these outside factors, right. So the most outside circle is shown by foreign or international marketing environment. So it means that international marketing has these factors plus the factors which domestic environment have, right. But domestic environment have only these factors minus these factors. These factors are not with domestic environment. Getting my point? So let's see the factors which affect international marketing environment or foreign marketing environment. So we have political or legal forces, right. Political peoples or political parties will try to take advantage of you when you go into foreign market, right, because they want shares in the profits, right. They want some kind of money from time to time. Only then they will be able to move your files, right, or only then they will be able to help you politically to set up your offices. For only then they will be able to give you the lands for setting up your organization or plan or production plants, right. So many companies they keep this factor in mind and keep a certain percentage for political class of peoples, right, so that they can easily expand their business, right. Then comes the cultural forces. Cultural forces means, yes, what do we mean by cultural forces? Lifestyle. Okay. Any other suggestion? See, cultural forces means they are the influencing mechanisms, right, which exist within a population that guides the business practices or purchasing behavior. For example, if you take customers regarding labor in Japan, will influence how a company manages their employees, right. So this is what we mean by cultural forces, right, and you will find these cultural forces everywhere in the world. Let me type it down. Yes. So this is what cultural forces are. Right, then we have the geography and infrastructure. Each country has their own geography, right, own geographical issues or problems, right. Then we have the structure of distribution, then level of technology. Each country have their own level of technology. Then we have the competitive forces, right. You will find competitors everywhere, competitive organizations who are into same domains or same business as in which your organization is. Then we have economic forces as well. What do we mean by economic forces? buying capacity, capability, next one says, okay. Robust inflation, taxes, okay. Demand and supply, okay. What about others? See, economic forces are the factors that helps us to find the competitiveness of the environment in which the business operates. Right? These include the unemployment level or the inflation rate. Prabha wrote it right, demand and supply. I wrote it in the chat box. Clear everyone? This is another definition. Right? Factors such as level of employment, rate of inflation, rate of interest, demographic changes, right? Fiscal and monetary policies, which determines the state of competitive environment in which the company operates. These factors affect the outcome of the firm's marketing activities by determining the volume and strength of demand for its product. Right, this is what economic factor is. I already told you in my previous classes. Demography means it is the study of human populations, right? Different kinds of people or different kinds of culture in the same country. That is what we mean by demographic changes. Study of this is the definition of demography. Let me write it down. This is the definition of demographics. Studies of a population based on factors such as age, race, economic status. No issues. Any doubts so far anyone has? Okay, let's proceed. Right, so these are the environmental factors in foreign market. Now let's see domestic environment, economic climate, competitive structure, and political or legal forces. These are the environment which is there in domestic environment. Let's proceed. Now let's read these. International environmental forces. Marketing controllables. What do we mean by marketing controllables? The successful manager constructs a marketing program designed for optimal adjustment to the uncertainty of the business climate. Then we have domestic uncontrollables. It means that these things are controllable. Getting my point? Domestic uncontrollables means this includes home country elements that can have a direct effect on the success of a foreign venture, like political forces, legal structure, and economic climate. And for an uncontrollable, we have the problems of uncertainty is further complicated by a frequently imposed alien status that increases the difficulty of properly assessing and forecasting the dynamic international business climate. This is what we mean by foreign uncontrollables. Shaking government, yes. Let's see the international environmental forces. Thus, a strategy successful in one country can be rendered ineffective in another by differences in political climate, stage of economic development, level of technology, and cultural variation. Right, as you can see in the picture, it means that one successful marketing strategy is not the guarantee of being the same successful marketing strategy in a different country. Right, so it depends from country to country based on these factors: economic development, level of technology, cultural variation, climates, right, political scenario. All these factors, forces comes into play. Nazrullah Khan has joined us. Nazrullah Khan, can you hear me? Good evening, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. You joined late today, what happened? Okay, after duty. Okay, no issues. So the topic that we are discussing today is about international marketing, and how it varies from domestic marketing and the process which affects the international marketing. Okay, you can go through the recorded classes, recorded lecture, right, for the part of the lecture that you have missed. Okay, so let's proceed. International marketing is often not as simple as marketing your product to more than one nation. Companies must consider the language barriers. Now there are many countries who who don't know Hindi or English or Urdu, right? So the company should make sure that that languages should not become a barrier, and the company should have some provision to communicate with the mass consumers in their local languages, right? The ideals and the customs in the market they are approaching. Customs means different traditions, right? The things or the services they are providing, or the goods the company is selling, should match with the customs of that country. Language barrier. What do you mean by language barrier? Due to a language barrier, it is more difficult to obtain and interpret research data in international marketing. Promotional messages needs to consider numerous cultural difference between different countries. This includes the difference in languages, expressions, habits, gestures, ideologies, and many more. right? Like for different countries, it's like this. Like in Japan, money. In Tunisia, I will kill you. Mediterranean, zero or the worst. In UK, it is okay. 74 English-speaking nations, a word with the same meaning can differ greatly from each other. Like bar is called pub in Britain, hotel in Australia, boozer in Australia, Britain and Netherlands. Bathroom is called loo in Britain, Duni in Australia. Ghost or monster is called Wendigo in Canada, Dupi in Caribbean, right? Taniwa in New Zealand. Truck is called lorry in Britain and Australia. So you can see the language difference having the for the same thing. Sweater is called jumper in England. French fries is called chips in Britain. Soccer is called football in the rest of the world. Language barrier misinterpretation. On a sign in a Bucharest hotel lobby, the lift is being fixed for the next day. During that time, we regret that you will be unbearable. From a Japanese information booklet about using a hotel air conditioner, cools and heats. If you want just condition of warming your room, please control yourself. So you can see the difference. The key to successful international marketing is adaptation to the environmental difference from one market to another. An unconscious reference to one's own culture, values, experiences, and knowledge as a basis for decisions. The SRC impedes the ability to assess a foreign market in its true light. Cross-cultural analysis, isolating the SRC influences. It defines the business problems or goal in home country's cultural traits, habits or norms. It defines the business problems or goals in foreign cultural traits, habits or norms. Make no value judgments. Leave this. Now let's see this. Now let's see the stages of international marketing. Can you see there are 5 stages? The first stage is no direct foreign marketing. Second stage is infrequent foreign marketing. Third stage is regular foreign marketing. Fourth stage is international marketing, and the fifth stage is global marketing. Can you see this next PPT, everyone? Okay. I arranged this PPT from the University of Winnipeg, right, for all of you. Okay, let's see each one of these stages. First stage, no direct foreign marketing. So in this, not active foreign customer seekers, foreign markets via domestic wholesalers or distributors, unsolicited orders, and internet. Let's see over here as well. No direct foreign marketing, it means trading companies, foreign customers, domestic wholesalers and distributors. This is the second stage is infrequent foreign marketing. One second. One second. Thank you, Prabha. Thanks a lot. Okay, so in no direct foreign marketing stage, the company may not actively involve themselves in international marketing, but yet they are still have the possibility of the product to sell in overseas to the distributors or wholesalers without the knowledge of the producer. Clear? This is what happens in no direct foreign marketing. Right. So here in no direct foreign marketing, the companies don't have the right to directly sell their products in a different country, right? But they can sell their product with the help of distributors of that own local country. Unsolicited orders. Clear, everyone? Any doubts so far? Anyone has? One second. See, Prabha, unsolicited orders are those orders in which the client has initiated a transaction in a security without any, we can say, prior recommendation from the advisor. Clear? Let me type it down. This is what an unsolicited order is. Unsolicited orders are the orders in which the client has initiated a transaction in a security without any prior recommendation from the advisor with respect to that security, and the advisor makes no recommendation and provides no additional information to the client regarding the particular security or quantity to be purchased or sold. When a client initiates a trade by identifying the purchase or sale of a specific quantity of a specific security and the advisor's input does not alter any parameters of the trade is called unsolicited. An example of this would be when a client comes in and asks the advisor to purchase the XYZ corporation based on an article he or she read in a newspaper. Clear? Now let's move to the next stage, that is the infrequent foreign marketing. Prabha, clear or not? Everyone clear? Unsolicited order. Okay, let's move to the next stage. The second stage is infrequent foreign marketing. In this we have variation in production levels or demands, no commitment to foreign market representation. If the domestic demand is up, then the foreign activity will be less. Foreign agents may approach and the managers own foreign contacts. Let's see what exactly happens. One second. There are surplus. Yes. All of you can see in the chat box. The next stage is infrequent foreign marketing, when company may involve themselves in international marketing infrequently, depending when there are temporary surplus of the production. in their own country. Company has no intention to maintain the international demand and only focus in domestic demand. When only there are surplus of product after distributing the domestic market, then only the company would sell to overseas market. Right. So here the prime focus of the company is to sell their products or products in their own home country, and only if they have the products in excess after distributing it to their home country, then they will think of selling their products in the foreign market. Stage 1 can be online purchases. Yes, Prabha. Yes, we can say that. So stage 2 is clear to everyone. What happens in stage 2? Let's move to the next stage. Stage 3 is regular stage, regular foreign marketing. Dedicated production capacity to foreign markets only. Now, for this type of marketing, the production that will be made, all the produced goods will be sold only in the foreign marketing. There is no role of local market or home market. Own sales for subsidiaries in foreign markets. Domestic market is still the prime focus, but as the foreign demand will go up, production and products are adapted to meet those customer needs. So the first priority is international customers. Depend on foreign sales to meet the goals. The next level is regular marketing. In this stage, the company has the intention to do international marketing and has permanent production capacity allocate to international demand. Company may has own sales subsidiaries in the foreign market. However, the sales of the company still depend to the domestic market, and the sales in, that's 1 second. To the domestic market, and the sales in foreign market is just a bonus for the company. Clear? And the last stage is international marketing, which is also known as dedicated foreign marketing. Fully committed and involved in international marketing, planned production for various foreign markets, production of goods in foreign markets. The final level is international marketing, where the company fully involved and committed in the international market. The company not only setting up sales subsidiaries, but the production plant is also in the foreign country. So the fourth stage is very common these days. So that is all for this topic for today. Okay, sorry, one more stage, global marketing. Treats the world including home market as one. Right, here they treat it as one. Market segments are defined by demographic and psychographic variables. Half of its revenue should come from foreign market. Global perspective is the focus. This is another type of marketing, global marketing. Any questions for me? Anyone has? Example we will discuss tomorrow. I think you have another class, so we will discuss tomorrow. So, okay, any questions anyone has for me? Right, so that is all for today. Thank you very much all of you for attending my class today. Hope to see you tomorrow, all of you, and please fill the feedback form. at the end of the class. Good night. Take care all of you. Bye bye. Thank you.